Someone does number in hip-hop, he is automatically given GOAT status for keeping the culture relevant and making it global. But Drake is such an artist who does numbers, but people do not give him the status of a GOAT, but the status of a culture vulture. There are many reasons behind this, but the first and obvious reason is that the fans he's earning from his music aren't actually hip-hop audiences. And what's worse is that Drake doesn't even have any test fans. A test fan of an artist is made when that artist keeps doing a lot of trial and error to find his style in the initial days of his career. For example, Kanye West in early 2000s, or Future in early 2010s. Basically, no one has seen Drake struggle, and no one knows what unique style Drake brings to the hip-hop audience. He left his acting career and got an instant hit with the help of Lil Wayne.
I got this rapper from Canada, his name is Drake. He's real big, he's actor and all that, he's in the press, he hired, all that type of stuff. He has his own TV over that radio show there, I just don't know of it. His name Drake though, but he's a big shout out Drake Drizzy.
I did it overnight, it couldn't happen any quicker. I did it overnight, it couldn't happen any quicker.
His first project was released in 2006, where he tried to display himself as a revolutionary by saying, "Man, for this I went all out. I struggled a lot to drop that mixtape independently. This shit different lonely black kid challenging the man." But as we know, Drake lies, and the struggle behind that mixtape were lies. First of all, he promoted his mixtape on MTV, and he also did interviews and cameos on various platforms, since it was impossible to promote the album on TV, especially back then, without signing to the label. So people doubted his words and found out that the album was and still owned by one of the Degrassi producers, Stefan Brogren. He was also Universal Music's head of marketing from 2002-2009. As we know these days, Drake hides his baby mama from us, but he was hiding his baby daddy in his early days.
You say rich baby daddy, it's like Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucien and Universal.
Wow.
He's like, like, man, my daddy got it.
To be the head of anything in Universal and you sign to him is crazy. In the rich baby daddy part, he talking about Lucien Grange, who owns Universal. Like, to have those two things at your disposal is crazy as an artist. Like, you're destined to be great. Payola.
It's like, my daddy controlled the spins. My daddy got the DSPs. My daddy, Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucien.
So all of his streams in the number ones is controlled by someone named Lucien.
To be named Lucien and you're in music is crazy.
Why is Drake the reason there are no new superstars in hip-hop? If you look at the past, you will find that every 5 years a new artist would become a hip-hop superstar, and with time, when his creative juices ran out, he would nominate someone else to be the next hip-hop superstar. This cycle was moving well, but now the hip-hop artist who considers himself hip-hop superstar does not hand over the torch to anyone, and even if he supports the artist, he does so by first copying their style and capitalizing on his own songs. Then, the new guy will get a copy-pasted verse from him, like a beggar gets a coin, and for some reason, the artist, the new guy with whom he will collaborate, will never really like him. We know everyone in the hip-hop industry is negative about Drake, but what about the artist that Drake calls him his real bro on camera? Understand this from the case of Lil Baby. If you look at Lil Baby from a distance, he may seem like he's alright with Drake. But in a 2023 interview with Complex, he said this about Drake. His management called me, asked me about my creative process. I was shocked, it was weird to me, but I guess it is what it is. Then after some days, Drake talked. Once Thugger said me, beware it is business, you know. Nothing just limelight game, you know. Well, this time, Lil Baby got to know how actually Drake is, and at the time of the Kendrick and Drake beef, Lil Baby's new manager, Causey Lipson, who joined Lil Baby in 2022, revealed that Lil Baby doesn't like to talk to him about Drake, and Causey has a lot of trouble managing Lil Baby because Drake's connection means a lot. Well, we never found out what exactly Drake did with Lil Baby, but fans feel that just like French Montana, who was a very good friend of Drake, how Drake allegedly filed a court cease and desist case against him, who knows something similar might have happened with Lil Baby too. But one thing is for sure, that Drake is never beating his allegations about him stopping other artists from going big places in music.
Crazy.
Now, if Drake wants to keep himself relevant in music, that's great, but Drake only associates himself with a culture that is relevant, and I don't know why, but roughly every culture Drake wants to be associated with are related to Afro-American, when Drake's upbringing is way more posh and whiter than most of other white people's. He grew up with his Jewish mom and granny in the white neighborhood of Canada, living in a nice 4-bedroom house, nothing wrong with it, but stop acting like a black hustler.
Rapping like you about to get the slaves free.
Pause. Whack ass line. The culture literally is shifting to start hating on Drake, and I'm not saying hating on like hating on like, oh, he hated on me. Like, no, they despise Drake at this point because why are you bringing up Kendrick freeing the slaves and you're part of the culture? In the same breath, it's like Kendrick has done a lot for, and what he raps about is literally for the culture. And Drake is literally someone that is literally trying to jack the culture. So that if you're part of the culture, those are just some shit you just don't say about trying to free the.
In music, hip-hop is just one example. If we look a little deeper, we will see many African music genres like Afrobeat, Amapiano, and Bongo Flava have been stolen by Drake, and it would be very illogical to say that Drake is representing them globally, because most of the time he doesn't even give them credit. And also, Drake has never given a proper shout-out to any African music genre other than Afrobeat. Drake also doesn't care about language barriers and borders. For example, Drake's undoubtedly biggest song, Hotline Bling, is completely copy-pasted from the English song Cha-Cha by an American-based artist D-Ram. The song is so similar that at the time of Hotline Bling's release, even Apple Music tweeted on Twitter that it was a remix of Cha-Cha. After 20 minutes, they deleted the tweet. Well, I can't find the original version on Spotify, I just found the remix version. And a lot of people are facing the same problem. Since the release of Hotline Bling, some music fans have their own conspiracy on this, that Drake copied that song and used his connections to remove the original version of Cha-Cha from the music sites. But I can't say how true or false it is. By the way, 2 minutes silence for those who agreed with this tweet without knowing the reality. Till then, please like and subscribe. I promise I will be consistent. Now, let's continue.
Niggas don't be listening to Drake like that. Well, if I wasn't a rapper, I don't feel like I still would listen to Drake for real. It's just I'm a rapper, so I understand the work he put in now. Like when you ain't no rapper, all them statistics don't mean shit. A regular street nigga don't give a fuck about how many times you went #1. Drake ain't really no big mixtape artist like that. Like in Atlanta, it's a lot of niggas who you really can't tell them Future ain't bigger than Drake.
That was his capital. Really?
Oh God, nigga. I used to think that.
The list of plagiarism allegations against Drake is very long. For example, when Drake was featured on YG's song Who Do You Love as a featuring artist, Drake's entire verse was copied from a song by 90s rapper Rapping Forte, and somehow YG and his label didn't notice and use that verse by Drake in their song. Drake's verse was so similar that Lil Wayne had to pay Rapping Forte $100,000 as a plagiarism fine. In case you don't know why Lil Wayne gave the money as a fine, it is because at that time, Drake was signed to Lil Wayne's record label, Cash Money. Drake also copied the entire flow of XXXTentacion's hit song, Look at Me, in his song KMT, while X was in jail, so he was not able to respond. Not only the flow of the song, but also the instrumental structure was very similar. This Drake's list of biting off is so long that there are compilations of it on YouTube, and the list gets longer every month as Drake's ghostwriters continues to be lazy.
Y'all didn't hear Drake on his first song? Tell me what's really going on. Drizzy Drake back in this thing already. That's Soldier!
Shit.
That's my boy!
Well, that's it for the video. Appreciate the support. Make sure to like and subscribe. Peace.
I ain't gonna hold you. Lil bro coming off as more and more of a culture vulture every day. You feel me? You ain't from the States, but you acting like you done went through all this stuff, bro. You not like us, bro. I'm gonna leave it at that. You not like us. It's your boy, What's Up, Jay. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, bro, not like us.